won the Super Bowl. Are they being extended an invitation?
They will be. We haven't yet, but we will be. I thought it was a great performance by them, and absolutely they'll be extended that invitation. Would you do that right away, by the way?
April 28th, I can confirm that the Philadelphia Eagles will be here at the White House to celebrate their Super Bowl victory. I know there was a lot of fake news about an invitation that wasn't sent or was sent. We want to correct the record. We sent an invitation. They enthusiastically accepted, and you will see them here on April 28th.
Hi everyone, it's me, James. I'm back out to my favorite spot, right beside Ben Franklin Bridge, and that's Center City, Philadelphia. Right there, you can see the skyscrapers. It's really nice out. The weather has been wonderful here in Philadelphia area. It goes from cold to summer instantly. During the day, it's really hot. It's like 85 degrees. But nighttime, it still get a little bit chilly, which is kind of weird. You know, it's like in Arizona, like in the desert. Daytime is really hot and then nighttime gets cold. But hopefully soon, it will be warm day and night, and that's the best because I always like to take a walk in the middle of the night while I cruise off. So anyways, let's get right to the show. So Jalen Hurts, Eagles Super Bowl champ quarterback, turns out to be a weirdo. He seems like he always had the right things to say when he's asked by the reporters, whether it's in a news conference or somewhere else. He always had the right things to say, and he knows what he's talking about. However, when the New York Times reporter asked him if he's going to the White House, a couple of days prior to the Eagles' visit to the White House, and he had nothing to say.
Are you planning on visiting the White House next week?
Got it.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
He just stayed silent. It was really weird. So I don't know what happened there. The thing about it is that I don't know whether it's a political thing or is his personal preference. I mean, you don't have to like Trump to visit the White House. It is a tradition that the Super Bowl champ and the Super Bowl winning team goes to the Disney World and then visit the White House, just for the Super Bowl win. And Jalen Hurts, the day after the Super Bowl, he appeared in a parade in Disney World. He was there at Disney World because it is a tradition. But now, since last time, 2018, when the Eagles won Super Bowl, for whatever reason, the team did not visit the White House. This time, the second time around, two-time Super Bowl champ, they're invited to the White House again. And then Jalen Hurts hesitated and not answering the reporter, and eventually never showed up at the White House visit.
Are you planning on visiting the White House next week?
Got it.
Thank you so much.
And he doesn't even have a pair to sit there and explain why he's not going. Just run away.
So like I say, this is a tradition. Jalen Hurts had no problem going to Disney World somewhere. It's fun. But he had a problem being a patriot and visit the White House for this Super Bowl win celebration there. It's for the whole nation to see, right? To see the world champion at the White House, being celebrate for their Super Bowl win, and it's a ceremony for everybody, for all the sports fans, and for the team. But for some strange reason, Jalen Hurts actually released a a, uh, a a statement and say that there was a uh, a conflicting schedule. So I don't know what that means. I mean, what's more important than winning the Super Bowl and visiting the White House and being honored? The whole team was there. The whole team, including Jeff Lurie, the owner, and Nick Sirianni, the coach, uh, Lane Johnson. Everybody was there. Cooper DeJean, everybody was there at the White House. And also Saquon Barkley. The day before the White House visit, he was out there in Bedminster, New Jersey, at Trump's golf club, playing golf with Trump. And then Trump even offered him a ride to Washington, D.C. for the next day's Eagles visit. So he did. Saquon Barkley got on Air Force One and flew from New Jersey to Washington, D.C., and then got on the Marine One and landed at the White House. And both the President Trump and Saquon Barkley got off the helicopter and walked their way into the White House. That was really cool. You know, that was really cool. So, like, you know, there's no reason to mix sports with politics. It's two complete separate things, right? Like my friend the Moose says, no politics. When we talk about sports, no politics. Separate, right? I don't know if Jalen Hurts has problem with the now president or whatever, but White House visit is White House visit. It's a celebration. It's a it's a honorary event. Uh, I hope it's not political. I don't know. I don't know what Jalen Hurts has against the president of the United States. So Saquon did what he had to do, or what he wanted to do, which was a good publicity for him. But comes to Jalen Hurts, somebody that seems to be very humble and always answer the right question with reporters, and all of a sudden he had nothing to say, and about the White House visit, and then he did not show up. So I guess now I see how Jalen Hurts really is. That's his character. That's how he presents himself. And you be the judge. You know how Jalen is. And sometimes, like Carson Wentz, you know, players play good, and then all of a sudden their head gets big, and then they don't know how to handle themselves. And the problem I'm having with Jalen Hurts not following the tradition, going to the White House, it has nothing to do with political issues or whatever, anything else. It's to me because I'm superstitious. So it's like you didn't do what you're supposed to do after you win the Super Bowl. It kind of breaks the norm. And to me, it's bad luck. It's like a bad karma, you know, like what happened with Carson Wentz, right? He turned from a wonderful person, and then he got injured, and then he started acting weird. And you know, when Jalen Hurts first was drafted to the Eagles team, and Carson Wentz couldn't handle himself, and he treated Jalen as another quarterback badly, and then things start to go downhill for him from there on. And I hope the Eagles wins another Super Bowl, but I disagree with the way Jalen Hurts handles the White House visit, because it's to me it's just a bad luck for the future. And I don't know. I don't want to say it's going to be the beginning of a downfall for Jalen Hurts, but if he just act normal and go visit the White House, and then I think things will be a lot better. But anyways, watch this video. I added it. It's a concentrated video of the 2025 Super Bowl winning team, the Philadelphia Eagles, visiting the White House.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's an honor to be with this incredible group of champions, great team. And we're thrilled to welcome everyone to the White House, special place, and to celebrate the Super Bowl 59 champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. But I especially want to recognize the Eagles owner, chairman and CEO, Jeffrey Lurie. Where is Jeffrey? Jeffrey, where is Jeffrey? Where is he? That's right. He's my neighbor, right? And he's a good neighbor, as well as your general manager, Howie Roseman. Howie. And your spirited coach, Nick Sirianni. Thank you, Nick. Nick proved the doubters wrong and brought the Vince Lombardi Trophy back to Philadelphia, and convincingly. We also have to recognize the Eagles' head of security. You know, this is a guy, they say he loves Trump. This is a guy, and I had Saquon give him a big, beautiful hat last night because I've been hearing about this guy. He likes Trump. His name is Dominic DeSandro, Big Dom, and he's sort of a legend. Come here, Dom, come here. Say a few words. I hear this guy's just, come here.
I'd just like to say thank you. We're honored to be here. Thank you, President Trump, and that's it. Go Birds. Thank you, guys. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
For Eagles fans, the road to this day has been long, but the journey has been well worth it. I would say, Jeffrey, that was a great journey for you, huh? It was great for you and for everybody else. And it's look at the size of this guy. These guys. You know, when we walked up, I said, you know, you just stay here a little bit. I'll walk up in front of you because I didn't want to get anywhere near the size of you. The season started off slow, but you soon caught fire with your great coach inspiring you, and you got the ball to your superstar running back who I met yesterday, and I want to tell you he's a handsome guy, but I wouldn't want to tackle him. Saquon Barkley, where's Saquon? He's great. I got to know him a little bit. I offered him a ride on Air Force One because I was coming down. And usually they say, no, I don't think so. He said, I'll take it, sir. And he loved it. We loved being together. He's a great young guy and an incredible football player. Saquon had a season for the ages, running behind the most powerful offensive line in the NFL, featuring... That's true, huh? That's pretty, that's what this, it's a big group. We're going to introduce him. Jordan Mailata. Thank you, Jordan. He's a big people. Landon Dickerson. Six-time Pro Bowler right tackle Lane Johnson. That's Lane. Six-time, wow. That's pretty good. How is he? Is he better than you guys? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Six-time Pro Bowl. That's pretty good. In Week 9 against Jacksonville, Saquon performed football magic while racking up a total 119 yards, 99 yards, almost 200 yards. 2 touchdowns. In the second quarter, he caught the ball, dodged 2 tacklers, and then hurtled backward over another diving defender, sending him flying through Saquon's legs. You remember that one? I said, oh, that's a dangerous play, but he doesn't care about danger on the football field. On defense, the Eagles finished the regular season with the fewest yards allowed per game, thanks in large part to talented young stars like safety Reed Blankenship. Where's Reed? Come on. Anybody say something? Come on, say something. Look at this guy.
I don't have a lot to say, but go Birds, even in D.C.
And on defense, the Eagles finished is really legendary because I think probably it's been one of the greatest finishes in football history. In Week 11 against Washington, Reed had 10 tackles overall and an interception in the fourth quarter to seal the win. That was a big one. That was a rough game for the opposing team. That's one of those that you don't sleep very well, but you guys came back and you did an incredible job just to get through. Soon, thanks to 55 points in the day, the Eagles punched their ticket to a Super Bowl rematch with the Kansas City Chiefs, and you know what happened. It was an incredible game, a little surprising, but right from the beginning, in the first quarter of the big game, which I was there, I watched in person. I was there along with Taylor Swift. How did that work out? How did that one work out? The Eagles scored a touchdown on their signature play, the tush push. You know what that is? Or I hope they keep that play, Coach. I don't know. You know, they're talking about getting rid of that play. I understand they should keep it. What do you think, Saquon? I like it. You have guys like this pushing you around a little bit. I like it. It's sort of exciting and different. I would like to see something done. I'd like to go back to the regular kickoff, however. We don't like that kickoff where nobody's moving. The ball's in the air, nobody's moving, but I won't ask the coach or Lane or any of the people about that, but as a fan, I don't know. I'm not sure, Jeffrey. Or some of the people, they call it the brotherly shove, you know, the other. Meanwhile, the ferocious Eagles defense pressured the Chiefs offense on almost every snap, causing 6 sacks, and 3 turnovers, including a phenomenal interception return for the touchdown by a spectacular rookie, Cooper DeJean. Good job. Cooper made the play of his life, and he did it on his 22nd birthday. Wow, you're a young guy, huh? A short time later, a touchdown pass right before halftime, and another one in the third quarter helped put the game on ice. And at the final whistle, the green and white confetti rained down on the scoreboard. It was 40-22. And I think maybe the Eagles themselves were surprised, but boy, they played great. They looked unbeatable. It was a great moment for an incredible group of people. Throughout their extraordinary season, the amazing group of warriors, and that's what they are. They're really modern-day warriors, inspired the world with incredible spirit, athletic dominance, and exceptional teamwork. And you made the Eagles fans everywhere really very proud. Whether you're an Eagle fan or not, they were proud to watch a team of such great power and dominance. And you really have a whole life to lead, and you can say you've done it. You've done something that very few people are able to do. We've seen a lot of great teams, Lane and Coach. We've seen a lot of great teams, but they don't ever get to where you've already gotten. And you're a young guy to be coach. Oh, I'd like to be his manager right now. I'd like to pick up my little 10% for doing nothing. So I want to congratulate once again, and let me just say, fly, Eagles, fly, right? And with that, I want to bring up one of the great offensive linemen, really of all time. When you're a 6-time All-Pro, that's really something. And Lane Johnson, come up and say a few words. Congratulations, you're really something special. Thank you.
Move this up a little bit. Thank you, Mr. President, for allowing us to be here, sending us the invitation. What an incredible year it was for us, really having the chance to play the team that we lost to a couple years before and come through. But I want to thank Mr. Lurie just for creating a championship organization and culture. Howie Roseman putting the time in, everybody on the coaching staff. Just what a wonderful season it was. And we're not done. We're ready for another round. So thank y'all. And go Birds.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President, for having us here. And we also appreciate the endorsement for the tush push. We really appreciate that. And go Birds.
Jeffrey, maybe you could say a few words. You've done an amazing job in putting this team together. Come on up. Thanks.
Thanks, Mr. President. You know, it's truly an honor to be here. I remember as a little boy the championship teams that came to the White House, and I never dreamed we'd be able to, you know, have a team and be as good as this. And this was a dominant team with incredible culture, everything we all believe in as the best human values: selflessness, humility, teamwork, talent, discipline, everything that we all strive for. This team incorporated. So thank you for the hospitality today, and go Birds.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Wow. Whoa. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Thank you, Coach.
Next one.
The president says that after the ceremony outside of the White House is done, and then the team is going to follow him into the Oval Office, and everybody will receive a special gift. I wonder what that gift is. I wouldn't doubt. I think it's funny. I wouldn't doubt it's one of those red "Make America Great Again" hat. I don't know, but I'm still wondering what it is because they didn't not show what happens with the team inside the White House. Anyways, now we're gonna get to the event section of the show. So on Thursday, April 24th, it was the NFL draft night. It's the first round draft night. So I went to the Eagles draft party. It was really cool. Last year, the Eagles, for whatever reason, they did not do a public NFL draft party, but this year they did. And it was the first round draft night, and the Eagles picked a linebacker, Jihad Campbell. People say he's a good player, and I hope that's what the Eagles needed, and I hope he turns out to be a good football player for the Philadelphia Eagles. So the draft party, it was really good as usual. They had Swoop and the Eagles cheerleader and the Eagles drum line out there, and when you first entered into the Pepsi Plaza from the entering gate, and the Eagles drum line was out there playing drums really loud, and this time they had a lot Eagles cheerleaders out there dancing along with the drum line. And then you walk up the steps to the main concourse, and then there are, workers, there are people there, they'll lead you, to take the escalator and up to the Hyundai Club. That's where most of the activities took place this time. They had face painting and green screen photo, and they even had a 360 photo booth there. I love this 360 photo booth because the camera spins around you, and you get to see a view of what is around the spinning camera. So check out this video I made. That was a great video. I love it. And also, when you first enter the gate, everybody gets a ticket to meet a player. And usually, it is a pair of a current Eagles player and alumni player. And there's a different time slot on different tickets for different people. So I had the first, because we're the first ones that enter the gate. So I got the ticket for the first time slot. And it was good because there was a Eagles Super Bowl champ. I don't know his name. Please forgive me, because he's somebody that was on the team but didn't play much last year. But he was on the team, and he was a Super Bowl champ. And also, they had Eagles alumni player, the great Hollis Thomas, out there signing autographs and take pictures with the fans. So that part of it was good. And then, You can go downstairs to the First Trust Bank Lounge to take a picture with the Lombardi Trophy. I know a few weeks ago when I was at an autism event at the Lincoln Financial Field, I did already took a picture with the two Lombardi trophies that the Eagles had in the Eagles locker room. But this time, it's set up differently. The trophies were put on two stands, and they're, for the two Super Bowl winning. So the setup is a little different, and it was definitely worth it for me to take another picture with the two Super Bowl trophies that the Eagles has. The picture turned out to be great. And then the Eagles was a Super Bowl champ this year. So they get the last pick in the draft. The first round draft, they have pick number 32. So after we walk around and took the pictures with the trophy and made some videos and green screen photo and all that stuff, and we had to wait for a long time for the Eagles draft pick. So I went outside in the stadium seating area, and you can see out on the field. They set up for the Monster Jam, the Monster Truck show for the next day that they were gonna have there. So it was really cool. It was a lot of dirt, and the Monster Trucks was out there. So we waited and waited. By the end of the night, it was like literally close to midnight. Most of the fans has already left. It's really windy out here now. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. And this is what happened last time when I made a video out here nearby the river, across the river from Philadelphia. And the wind blew my camera over. It does happen. But the weather's good. I'd rather be doing the show out here than inside the studio because it's hot in my house. So anyways, as I was saying, near midnight, and what happened was the Eagles traded their 32nd pick with the Washington Commanders. So the Eagles actually had 31st pick in the first round of the NFL draft 2025. I think it's because they want to get Jihad Campbell before another team picks him. And maybe they know the Washington team might pick Jihad Campbell. So they trade one spot up with the Washington Commanders, and then the Eagles finally picked Jihad Campbell. And it was great. And the WIP radio station was out there doing their live broadcasting. And after the Eagles made their draft pick, and all the fans went to one end of the Hyundai Club to participate, in the radio show, and all the fans was cheering and doing the Eagles chant. It was really cool. So let's see the 2025 Eagles draft party video that I made. Eagles Super Bowl bus.
Free gift cards, free samples, guys. Free gift cards, free samples. Come on over. Free gift cards, free samples. Free samples.
Thank you.
Super Bowl trophy. Right there, on the stands. Really nice.
Take a look at our monster jam field. Go out there and take a look and relax. And there'll be some TV screens all out in the bowl. If you take a look at the TV screens throughout the night, you'll notice a graphic with a QR code on it that you can scan to upload a photo of you and your friends at our draft party tonight. In Green Bay, where it is cold, the NFL is going to be picking and choosing some of these photos to feature on the draft stage. So be sure to participate and keep an eye out for yourself at the draft in Green Bay. We do have the Eagles locker room and both Vince Lombardi trophies on display downstairs on the ground level. So if you have not checked them out yet, you can make your way down to see all of that. But if the line is backed up,
Hard knocks.
I guess I'll have to fix it sometime.
I'm a sucker for a good
Go Birds! Go Birds!
Tonight, I think they do jump back to the first round because Pittsburgh is sitting there at 21.
Alabama or Georgia, an elite player who some miraculous reason falls down into the Eagles' lap. But this time they made one spot. Didn't they do the same thing for Jalen Carter? Just got to go like one or two spots and go get the guy they want. Nolan Smith fell over. Nolan Smith, look at this collection. That's the reason why they won the Super Bowl. You know, Saquon is Saquon, but look at this. Remember when Jalen Carter fell in the first round and Philadelphia just, okay, one or two moves were there. Cleveland is officially sitting on the clock for tomorrow night. So, which
Eagles draft party was cool. It was full of activities, as you saw in my video, and also some of the green screen photo and the 360 video. And there was also some vendors out there. So Fireball was out there handing out free stuff, like this nice Fireball hat that I can really use for the Eagles tailgate party this year, because my friend, the Eagles Libra, Kenny, all he does is doing the Red Bull shot. So I guess I'll get him and everybody all together to wear this Red Bull hat. I mean the Fireball hat. And we'll all do a Fireball shot together. I'm sorry if I say Red Bull, because they're both drinks and sound similar, but I mean Fireball. And also this Eagles longtime sponsor, Huffman's Exterminator. They were also out there handing out free stuff. As soon as you enter the gate, and the Dunkin' Donut truck was there handing out some free drinks, and also handing out this free $5 Dunkin' gift card as usual. And also the Philly Pretzel Factory was there handing out fresh made free pretzels. Xfinity, they got this koozie and some cornhole games there for everyone to play. I got this nice Eagles cup, semi-clear green Eagles cup with the Eagles logo on it. Fly, Eagles, fly. So these are some of the green screen photo I took. This one is with Gail. That's the 4th and John tailgate party dude. Another green screen photo of myself with the Eagles Super Bowl champ gears on it. This is Prime of the Transformer. That's Gail's brother from the 4th and John tailgate party. Autograph card I got signed by Hollis Thomas and the Eagles current player, which is a Eagles Super Bowl champ for this year. And also the cheerleaders was lined up there to meet the fans and signing autographs. So I got a bunch of cheerleader cards I know I got most of their cards already. During the football season. But what I did was, if you can see, I have them write Super Bowl champ on there. Because since the Eagles won the Super Bowl and the football season has ended, and I was not able to get any more cheerleaders cards from the cheerleaders, but this time most of the cheerleaders was there, so I did something different. I just have the cheerleaders to write a card for me with the Super Bowl champ on there and their autographs. So it is really cool. I got a bunch of these cards. Really cool. So that was everything I did at the Eagles draft party of 2025. And then on Sunday, April 27th, my friend Jody and I went to an Eagles Autism Carnival event at the Rams rooftop bar. In the past few weeks, I have mentioned this event in the upcoming event section of my show, and I encourage people to go because not only Swoop and the Eagles cheerleaders are going to be there, and then they had the photo booth, they had the bouncing house for the kids. It's a family-friendly event, and it's just face painting. It seems like to be one of those events that they have everything there. They have, DJ. It's just like a lot of things that are going on there. So to me, it is worth of going. So I went, and it's at the Rams rooftop bar in Parkersea, Pennsylvania. I have never been to that town, and as you know, every time you visit somewhere new, and there's always interesting things to see and do. So we got there early. When we first got there, I noticed there was a tunnel there that you can walk through, and there's a little trail. And then we walked through the tunnel, and then turns out it was one of those old, like the trolley, right? The trolley car, which now they use buses, but back then they had trolley. It's like it's like a small train type thing, and it's some of them are connect to the power line, some of them are not, but they, the trolley runs on tracks. It's like a train, but it's part of public transportation. So it was an old trolley tunnel, and also there was an old railroad tracks there too, with a old train station, a pretty good sized train station there. So there, I'm sure there are a lot of histories in that town of Parkersea. And then the event itself, like I said, they had a DJ there. They had all kinds of things for the Eagles fans to do. The bar was okay, I mean, they did have a rooftop you can go to, and there's a bar up there, and you can see from under the third floor roof bar. You can look down, you can see the surroundings. But the restaurant's a little bit weird. They were doing something like a 90-minute sitting, right? I guess it's because they have this event there. But the problem, I don't know what the problem this restaurant has. It seems like they have hard time to sit people because there were a lot of empty tables there. But we had to wait for about, I don't even know, like half hour to 45 minutes for a table. Meanwhile, there are plenty of tables open. And then there were a lot of workers there. Because when I was making my video upstairs where they did the autism event where the auction, the silent auction was, I was trying to just walk around making a quick video, but no matter where I turn, how I make the video, and there's always the restaurant workers walking to my shot. So there were a lot of workers there, but it's just inefficient, you know. We wait a long time for to be seated. And then they have this 90-minute sitting time. And we order our food, and of course, it's always a delay there. It took a long time, like, I don't even know. We all ordered, like, burgers and chicken fingers. That's all we ordered. And it took a long time for us to get our food. And when we finally got our food, we ate, and then Swoop walked in there. And then Eagles alumni player Sean Dalla, the Eagles punter, was there, and we talked to him for a little bit. And then the waitress came to us and said, "Oh, it's a 90-minute sitting time, and you guys are already like 15 minutes over it." So, you know, I don't know what that was all about. It is an all-day event. It goes from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And at different times, they would have different Eagles former player, Eagles alumni player to visit. So it was an all-day event, and you only allow people to sit there for 90 minutes. And it was just really weird. And then it seems like they couldn't get the food out, like there was a problem in the kitchen. Oh, by the way, it gets even weirder because I was trying to order chicken finger later on, but the waitress came back and told me they ran out of chicken finger. I mean, like, chicken fingers frozen food. So, like, how do you run out of chicken fingers, which I have no understanding of it. So they gave me the boneless wings for the chicken finger, which was really weird. And you figure they have an event, if they know to do the 90-minute sitting, and they should know to stock up the food and be prepared for the event. So anyways, it probably just a bad management or not a good business, but it's not like I'm going to go back there again. So I don't care, just to talk about. But anyways, the event was fun. It was good. I took a picture with Swoop outside at the photo booth. And the weird thing was that the photographer was telling me if I want the picture to be printed out on their machine, it's going to be $5. I thought he was joking, right? I have been to a lot of events, and you know, I just went to the Eagles draft party. You take a picture, you can get one print or two print, and he's talking about $5 for a printout. I really thought he was joking. However, the good thing was that they can send a picture to my phone or to my email account. And I tried that, but I never received the picture. So with this event, it was just one problem after another. And then eventually the photographer had to get transmit my picture, the picture I took from the photo machine, which is iPad, to his phone, and then text message me the picture. And that's how I got my picture. And then a few days later, I did receive my pictures that, you know, when I enter my phone number and my email. A few days later, I did receive those pictures. So it was just weird. Not just one thing is weird. The whole thing was weird. But I got the picture taken with Swoop. There were a lot of stuff was out there for the kids. I look at the silent auction, the bigger items like the autographed helmet or autographed Eagles player autographed jersey. You can buy 3 raffle tickets for $20. And that is just not worth it for me because I got enough Eagle stuff in my house. I don't need any more. So anyways, that's everything I remember that I can think of the Eagles Carnival event in Parker City, PA. So now watch my video and you'll see what I'm talking about. Rams rooftop bar in the borough of Parker City. Old train station. I'm at the Rams rooftop bar for Eagles autism event. As you can see, I'm all the way up here on the rooftop. It's really neat. And it's in the town of Parker City in Pennsylvania. I have never been here before, but apparently it's a historical and very, very old town. So let's see what this event brings us today. Let's go Birds. The town of Parker City, out here in the rural area of Pennsylvania, about an hour away from Philadelphia. As you can see, there's an old train station. A lot of history here.
Scary, is that what you said?
It looks scary.
It was cool though.
Yeah.
Liberty Bell Trolley Tunnel. Huh. Cool. It is windy as shit.
It does look scary.
It's cool. Hello. 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 The echo.
Is there an actual bridge down there? I think it is. I think there is. Look.
What?
There's some walkway. Weird.
It says trail ends.
It's just trail ends again.
Oh, look at the school right there. I know.
It says trail ends again. Oh yeah, there is a bridge.
Oh shit.
Go Birds!
Well, my actual birthday is the one.
Yeah, so I'm saying I see how awesome it is. So we introduced during Sunday.
Well, I'm going.
Right, you're already leaving?
No, on the 31st, I will.
And we're gonna talk about
Got it.
Okay, so then the other 20, Memorial Day is not
Eagles cheerleaders.
What's up there, buddy?
Let's go.
Nice move.
I have some of these cards. There's no charge. If you need any autographs from kids, friends, or family, I'll be happy to sign them. What's your son's name? Tyler? Tell him thanks very much and appreciate you guys coming out. Do you all live local?
We do. 5 minutes away.
That's right. Yeah, I used to drive from here sometimes just on our trip.
So at this Eagles Carnival event, I met a few more cheerleaders out there. At the draft party, there were a few Eagles players ran out of their cards. So they gave me their cards that I couldn't get from the Eagles draft party. This is one of the green screen photo that I took earlier on, and they say the text message wasn't working at that time, so they printed it out for me for free. They had some props for the photo booth, so I picked out this slimy green monster mask. The reason I did that was because I thought I looked like my friend from the C6 tailgate party, Eagles superfan, Eagles slasher. I don't know what you think. Do I look like him? And also Sean Dalla, Eagles punter, alumni player, was there. I got him to autograph. Now they have this baseball card sized player's card with all the stats on the back of the card, which was really cool. And it's a new thing that they do. So I got this new baseball-sized player card from Sean Dalla. So that was all the events for the past week. The Eagles draft party was a big event. But now, like I say on every one of my shows, it's the off football season. Phillies are playing, but there's no football, there's no basketball, so there just isn't a whole lot going on right now. So if there are some good events, I would be going out there and making some videos, but They're just last and last events. But in a couple of weeks, the air show in this area is start to kick off. So I'll be making a lot of the air show videos because I also do air shows. Other than the sporting events, I love to go to the air shows, watch the military jets, and whatever that's out there flying and performing. Thunderbirds, Blue Angels, it's great. So, don't forget to watch my air show videos in the coming up weeks. So now for some of the upcoming events. Every Monday night is the WBCB Radio's Phillies baseball show. It's called Bull Session, and it takes place at the different Chicken Pete's restaurants. So you can look up for the information. Every show they have a special guest. Most of the time it's alumni Phillies player, and sometimes once in a while they will have a current Phillies player on the show. So look out for it on the WBCB's Sports Radio's website. And then on Monday, May 5th, is the WIP Radio's BG Live at the Colonial Theater in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. And this is a ticket event. You get to see Brandon Graham talking about his career and his retirement. But the tickets are expensive. They go from $55 to $250 for the VIP ticket. And it also says no autograph, not even for the VIPs. Because I think the VIP gets to meet Brandon Graham, probably shake hand, and that's it. Maybe take a picture, but no autographs. So if you bought the $55, the general admission ticket, you're not even going to get close to Brandon Graham. So anyways, May 5th, Monday, May 5th, BG Live at Colonial Theater. So that's all it's happening. And then in the upcoming weeks, there will be some air shows that I'll be going to. In New Jersey, at the McGuire Joint Base, there's the Power in the Pines air show. They do it once every 2 years. It's a McGuire Joint Base open house. And then the week after that, there's the Naval Academy graduation, which the Navy's Blue Angels will be performing in the sky over the Naval Academy in the Chesapeake Bay area. And then a couple of days after that, it's the Harrisburg Airport Air Show. And I think Blue Angels is also going to be performing there. So there's going to be less and less sporting events this time of the year, like in May and June, and then come summertime. Eventually, the prior to the football season, and then there's going to be a lot more Eagles and NFL events. And, to kick off the season, there will be open practice and the preseason game and stuff like that. And since Eagles, it's the Super Bowl champ this year, and I think the NFL will do the NFL kickoff early in September in the Philadelphia area. So we'll see about that. So that's everything I know, and that's what's going on right now. And the weather is still good out here across the Ben Franklin Bridge from Center City, Philadelphia. So it's a great thing to be alive and just to enjoy it. So even though the Eagles are in the off season right now, but I'm going to do an Eagles chant just for the Eagles draft pick. First round, they got Jihad Campbell. So let's go Birds. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Let's go Birds.